Hi, I'm Thomas Su, and I'm the director and producer of Life in a Day at Chinquapin. This was a project that I've been wanting to do since my sophomore year of high school. And the whole idea began around that time when I had the opportunity to watch the documentary Life in a Day. And I liked the concept of it, that there wasn't a professional person behind the scenes working some crazy IMAX camera. But instead, the documentary was filmed by us, amateur, simple, everyday videos. And it was all slammed together to make Life in a Day. And from that concept, I thought, like, maybe, hey, like, what if we did the same thing here at my school, Chinquapin Prep, and we had a few guys and had them film their days, and then we could put it together to make a video. And that was basically, in the beginning, the whole reason why I wanted to take on the project. It was just a bucket list thing. It was something I wanted to do for fun. And there really wasn't any beneficial purpose to making Life in a Day at Chinquapin. But at the same time, I wanted it to have a bigger purpose. I wanted it to have a bigger goal than just making it for fun. And so I started digging and digging. And then so I came to this sudden realization that my documentary could be used as an extension to the admissions process here at Chinquapin. And that's just because, well, when people see my documentary, they would be seeing more than some project of mine that I made for 2 years. They would be seeing Chinquapin Prep. And so why not use that to help Chinquapin Prep in some sort of way? And from that, I began to weave my project around that purpose, and that was recruiting.
So far.
2, 1.
Now, here's what I thought. I thought that my project was going to be a ball in the park to do because it seemed easy. You get a few cameras, you have the students and the faculty film their day, and you don't have to teach them how to film, use a tripod or track or do any of those complicated things. And it seemed simple, but in reality, it wasn't all that simple, because if I learned anything from this documentary, this project, it's how to work with people. And people only work with you unless they're on board with whatever you're doing. And getting them on board isn't as simple like, hey, I'm going to be making a documentary for the school. Would you like to join? It isn't that isn't enough for people to get on board with my project. And I realized super quickly that if I'm going to get people on board with my project, then I'm going to have to spread the word. I have to make trailers. I have to encourage them. I had to make my project seem appealing to the entire student body if they were going to film for me. And in many ways, I failed at that, because in the end, there was only 4 filmers who filmed Life in a Day at Chinquapin. Well, if you include myself, that's 5. Well, I'll explain that later. But there was 1 faculty member and 3 students who were all seniors, and that's it. And from an editing standpoint, there were many times where I was stuck, because it wasn't because of the quality of the footage, but it was more that I had so little to choose from. And since I had so little to choose from, there were just moments where I'm just like, how the heck am I supposed to do this? Like, I can't describe this well. I had to make really long stretches to make my documentary look like it was shot by more than 4 people. So going back to me, there was one point where I grabbed my own cell phone and I filmed a piece of the documentary myself, because there just simply wasn't enough to work with. Ultimately, though, I had a lot of fun making this documentary because I had the opportunity to see a piece of my life and my school from another person's eyes. And it was culminating all those perspectives together to make Life in a Day that it was such a challenge to describe Chinquapin in that way, to describe Chinquapin from multiple perspectives. But at the same time, I think it was necessary in that applicants who come here need to know that everyone's day here isn't the same. And Chinquapin is more than just the books. But as for right now, potential applicants now have this documentary to see a first-person perspective of Chinquapin and what it's like. And hopefully, it will be a deciding factor for them to join the family. So please, if you haven't already, check out the full documentary in the link below. Spread the word, and if you have any comments, feel free to shoot them at me in the comment box below, and I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. This concludes the director's commentary on Life in a Day at Chinquapin, and thanks for watching.